I've been consistently focused on is how do we grow our middle class? How do we bring manufacturing back to the United States? How do we make sure that not only good jobs are created, but they also pay a decent wage so people can support themselves? And the work we've done has created 4.4 million jobs over the last couple of years, 500,000 manufacturing jobs, but we've got to do more. A couple of things: changing our tax code so that we're not giving tax breaks to companies that ship jobs overseas, but make sure that we're providing tax breaks to companies that are bringing jobs back to North Carolina, back to the United States. That's important. Making sure that we're tough on countries like China if they don't play by the same rules when it comes to trade. Providing outstanding training, particularly through our community colleges, for people to train for the jobs that exist right now. And there's some terrific programs in the Raleigh area that are doing just that. And then making sure we've got a tax code that is fair and helps us pay down our deficit, but allows us to still invest in the things that are important for our economic future. And that's why, today I said, let's go ahead and extend tax cuts for 98% of people. Make sure their taxes don't go up. On the other end, folks like me don't need a tax cut. We can go ahead and go back to the rates that were under Bill Clinton. That will help pay down our deficit, but in a way that makes sure those families that are going through tough times still have the resources they need to get ahead.
Will you veto any legislation that extends all of the Bush tax cuts, even to what you call the wealthy?
Yes, and the reason is we can't afford it. I mean, it would cost us $1 trillion, and at a time when everybody says we've got to drive down our deficit, if you give me a tax break, or Mr. Romney a tax break, or Warren Buffett a tax break, and that costs us $1 trillion, well, that $1 trillion ends up coming out of, a student who's trying to go to school and now he's got to pay higher rates for his student loan. Or it comes out of a tax break that we're pushing for right now for small businesses who we want to reward for hiring or providing higher wages to their workers. So there are trade-offs involved in these things, and it would not make sense for us to give folks like me or Mr. Romney or Mr. Buffett another $1 trillion in tax cuts that we don't need, and then have it come out of the hide of middle-class folks.